Am I in the wrong for leaving my partner after he acted like his daughter was entitled to everything I've worked hard to build? Posted by you/stunning_Tangelo8738. My F37 boyfriend, Ben M42, has been asking strange questions and expecting me to make decisions that go against my plans for my own family. Things have been working out well for me over the past few years, but this year has been especially great. I decided to cut down on my daily workload after landing 3 accounts that are helping me reach my financial goals. I'm planning to buy a house for my family and downsize my living situation to save money while completing certified training and graduating from my current university program. My new place isn't fancy, but it's practical. It's a studio apartment in a mixed area of students and old families with messy traffic during the day. It's clean, safe, and affordable, allowing me to save money for my kids. Ben hates it and constantly complains about its appearance, even though I've made it livable inside. He wanted me to choose a more expensive place closer to his daughter's school, but I told him that wasn't an option unless he contributed financially, and we're not at the stage of living together anyway. Fast forward, Ben started making comments about my financial stability. He noticed I bought a few nice items and began joking about how loaded I am. Then he said his daughter would be an awesome protege and hinted that I should treat her as special because I only have boys and she could be the daughter figure in my family. While I care about his daughter and have always given her thoughtful gifts for birthdays and holidays, his remarks made me uncomfortable. It felt like he was trying to guilt me into prioritizing her over my own children. I hired his daughter for a weekend cleaning job at my office when our regular cleaner wasn't available. She did a good job, so I paid her and took her shopping for makeup she wanted. But when Ben picked her up, he joked that she would rise from the bottom to become an executive in our family business. Later, he suggested putting her in my will, laughing as he said it, but I couldn't shake the feeling that he wasn't entirely joking. I told him how disrespectful it felt for him to overlook the hard work I've done for over a decade to secure a future for my kids while expecting me to make sacrifices for his daughter. He stormed out of my car after our conversation, but eventually got back in when I convinced him not to walk home angrily. Since then, he's been texting me nonstop, accusing me of being disconnected from what a blended family should be, treating his daughter as inferior, and being hypocritical. We talked again, and while he apologized and suggested finding middle ground, he brought up creating a business for his daughter, with me doing all the work again. I declined because it would mean sweat equity on my part without any benefit for myself or my kids. He called me blinded by success and said one day I'd wake up single and lonely because I'm not acting like a helpful partner. When I asked if he was threatening to leave me, he denied it but insisted I wasn't being supportive enough. I texted him this morning asking to talk because I plan to break up with him today. He responded saying he hopes I'm not planning on dumping him because it would mean I tricked him into taking a break. Am I in the wrong for deciding to end things? I don't see his daughter as inferior. I just want to keep my money out of this relationship. Edit. To those criticizing me for letting my kids live with their grandparents temporarily, this is only for 1 semester while I finish school and secure better opportunities for them financially. Rejecting this chance would have been worse than taking time apart from them. Update. We formally broke up today, and he made it very difficult to focus on our conversation. He interrupted me every 5 seconds and was in denial for almost half of it. I asked to meet at a small restaurant, public place strategy, to avoid any type of drama. I tried to be respectful, but definitely wanted to bring up my uneasiness and feelings about his behavior. He tried to brush it off at first, but when I insisted, he evaded the subject. I told him what he already knows. My children are my priority as a sole provider, and I want to ensure that they have their needs covered. There were some comments on my other posts that I had thought about but hadn't verbalized, like what would he inherit my kids, or what's his plan for his own kid. I know he doesn't have much, but that's no excuse. When I established the comparison between what he wanted for his kid versus what he would give to mine, his face changed like I was greedy and he was insulted. He said my kids don't have a dad, and that he can provide a paternal figure. This triggered me so much that I had to try and keep my volume in check. My thought is that being there like a piece of furniture in exchange for financial benefits for his own kid is acceptable to him. I would have loved for my kids to have a decent dad, but that's just not in the cards, and right now, I'm better off alone than with Ben. I was so angry that he kept asking me to calm down. He said he's leaving his daughter good knowledge on life in general because there are things that only he can offer since her mom is too secular. Whatever that means, I didn't ask him. I said that we needed to break up, and he immediately got upset and left our table. I thought he was gone, but he came back later and claimed he only went to use the restroom. I told him that I can't share any part of my life with him after he behaved like a gold digger, and that even if I was able to get past this, I would never even consider getting back together because his intentions are entitled and dishonest. All in all, I'm just glad that we weren't alone. He has high blood pressure issues, real. I've seen the medication, and sometimes I've suspected some types of mental health issues, going from 0 to 100 for things that seemed incongruent. He said he was truly sorry if he offended me and claimed that breaks are meant for introspection and improvement, not abandonment, and that my actions will impact his daughter because she really likes me. I offered to have a last call or text with her if he agreed, but his answer was, "No, F you don't get to say anything to her." He said I'm caught up in my new mainstream life, whatever that means. It's offensive considering I've worked hard for financial stability after years of struggle. He told me to go suck on my colleague's DS, but immediately apologized. I told him I'm not surprised at his behavior since it shows me that he seems to think physical intimacy can solve anything. I also said that since he's being gross and vulgar, I'm learning just now that men like him are unfable, homosexuals, handout seekers, and insincere people, and that I'll never date someone who isn't financially stable ever again because this has been a huge lesson. I wish I could say I had left him sitting alone at the table, but he left first. When I was about to grab my handbag to pay for my food, he rushed to get his backpack and walked off quickly. I blocked him everywhere but already changed my locks. He never had a key nor stayed over, but I'm being cautious. He called one of our mutual friends to vent about me, claiming I mistreated him. She ended up angry with him because he was very insistent about his side of the story, while she wanted mine first. After hearing me out, she told me she couldn't blame me because our group of friends had noticed the imbalance in our relationship. How comfortable Ben seemed including himself in conversations about business or success despite never having accomplished much in 16 years she's known him. So that's my update. I blocked him on social media and messaging apps.